every nation ever started. Look and see. It's okay. So Rome was a very patriarchal nation, right? They were very patriarchal. And they were not all about trade and what have you, like you were told. That's not how they started. That's where they ended up. And thus they were destroyed, numbered, and counted. Well, Israel starts out by the oppression, calling out to God, except God made covenant with Israel, and he only confirmed covenants with the other nations. America is included. Israel's the only one God has made covenant with, which means every other nation will be numbered and counted. But they are doing the same business as Israel. And what's Israel's business? I'm glad you asked. Because if you're not asking, what the fuck are you doing? Running with your adulterous opinion to kill more wives, tell more jokes, give us more of that opinion? Quiet yourselves like men. Hear what I have to tell you. It is from your fathers. When they are speaking against the wise word, they speak against God. Israel's business is the daughters. As Laban teaches Jacob, and right after he teaches him and he gets it, he becomes Israel. That is the cover of Daughters. Bone of my bone. So, when you see the start of America, and you read our Declaration of Independence, that is our plead to God, and the Constitution 10 years later is the seal of God. You understand? 7 or 10 years later. It's one of those. But that's the seal of God, that he has made covenant with our nation. Because you only get to cry out, and if you're aligned aright, God will answer. Now, say a bunch of men get aligned to start a nation, but several of them are lying. Well, God may choose one outside of there and make a king over the nation. You understand? That's why you only get to plead to God. Because if you don't have enough men with the offering, you won't have it to get down to the sons. And you'll end up getting a king. A man that will die for his nation, to his God, obeying the command. As was told Saul, because thou did not, how foolish thou hast dealt in not obeying the command of the Lord our God. Now thy nation will be rent from thee, and given to another, a more faithful man, one more righteous than thee, even thy neighbor, even David. David is a single man. Well, when you get kings and nations, it's because God looked for faithful men at that time. They got the king, and they weren't faithful, which is why they got Saul. Now, it's Saul that was chosen by the people, but the people didn't choose Saul. God did. But the people chose a king. Because God is going to give them what they want, but God's not going to give them crap. Now, when you establish a kingship, and it passes down by generation, such as sultans or what have you that have long lines of them, like England kind of does, but because of England's governmental shifts, that's why they're still around. If they were still the patriarchal monarch, they would already be down. Because the king had done adultery. And when he did adultery, you can see the effect after that the kingship lost much power. They got parliaments and shit like that. You can't deal dishonestly with the daughter and rule. Period. You have no power to rule. You can't fucking keep your wife. You can't keep shit. Nigga, wake up. That's what it's about. My computer on speech text just woke up. Look, you men know mothers are honored, and that transcends all things, because it's her blood and her suffering, and that's what they're coming for. High speed. The devil wants to possess that gate. And any man that will not do that guard, do that business, is no father. Therefore, he is no brother in a nation. He is anti-American. He is anti-Christian. He is anti-Christ. How can you do adultery with a covenanter? You cannot. unless you are confessed, waiting on God. And then no man keeping his wife even as long as I have while dying for her to keep her in the blameless account. It doesn't matter what they are. They cannot prevent you if you confess. If you say, I am in adultery, I recognize this, but I wait on God, then you are confessed, and you're not feeding the children an adulterous God. You're feeding them the right God. But any man saying that he can throw down a daughter and take another is lying. God has never had a servant that put away a wife to take another. Ever. You see, Esther is the only book that the Lord does not speak in all the Bible. You see that? He's not quoted as speak. Do you know why? Because the adultery. Because the king puts away his wife, Queen Sheba, and takes Esther.